Okay, g'day, Rudy here. Welcome to the end of a REIT dividend review. Just start off with the 1 year government bond yields. So no interest rate cuts. So we're sitting, I think the RBA's at 3.6. It's what the 1 year bond's paying you now. That looks pretty, if that was a share, you'd be buying that. So I don't think interest rates are going down. Although if we look at the 10 year, 10 year's been largely sideways at 4.3ish. Anyway, onto the share divs. Okay, so just to declare, I get, because I get my dividend information from Morningstar, so it's different to your sources. And I just check because yeah. Alright, so first one, Atlas Arteria, so the toll road business, 8%. Now they just paid a 20-cent div, so that's why it got taken down. But theory should have only gone to like $5. So if you like it, it's probably a good time to buy it for a div, because it's probably a bit higher than 8. Okay. AGL, so they're on 5.9. They've made their bottom there. I heard some guy was trying to get them to go net zero quicker. Oh God, don't start me. Okay, ANZ, the preferred bank. So they're on, I didn't check, they might be a bit lower than 5 now. But that's the preferred bank for my banking exposure. I had them as a buy down there. APA, so the pipeline business. So that share price looks pretty good, 6.4. Horizon, rail freight, 4.9, nearly. I'm trying to keep them over 5, but if they're 4.9, but that looks really nice. Doesn't look like it's going to fall out of bed, i.e. Bendigo Bank, so they're on 5. They're looking pretty good. BFG, so they're fund manager, they're on 5.6, looking pretty steady. Beach, you got these oil companies. They're gonna. I'm sure we're somewhere at the bottom of the cycle with oil, because producers need $60 to make money, otherwise they won't do it. Anyway, Beach, I think we're right on support, 7.4. BWP, so thank you from Mr. Cynical. If you are holding something that's paying over 5, please share. So these guys own warehouses, bulky goods, so pretty reliable stuff. Data even just from a buy. They're technology distributor. $3 billion revenue a year. I didn't check there. They were 4. No, they'd probably still be 4.5. But that was just on a capital growth, a buy down here. Declining wedge break. Nice. DBI. So they got the coal terminal. It's from Jimmy Carter. Thanks, mate. 5.3 div. Bounced off support. Looking good. DRR, so they're 5.5. They basically don't do much. They just collect a royalty from BHP's iron ore. They just paid a div, so that's why they dropped. Nice rounded bottom to support them. Elders, 4.9. So the agricultural business looks like there's some good sort of support in there. So that looks alright. Fortescue, 7.3. They look like a good place to accumulate. Okay, this one's so GQG. They're a global fund manager, 10%. They're right on support here. I reckon if they can, because you just don't want to chase that 10. If they can get themselves above $1.80, you'd have to seriously think about that for a div. HDN, Homeco, 6.2. Convenience stores, retail properties, neighbourhood retail shopping centres. Yeah. Anyway, they've broken the declining wedge, or a descending triangle. So that looks fine. IGL. So this was given me by Billy. Thanks, mate. I'm in growth in divvy. He sure is. Bit out of the box. Integrated marketing, visual communications solutions provider. Digital marketing. PE of 9, 6.7. Bouncing off support. Giddy up. Chicken Man. ING 7.2. Oh, he's right on support. You don't want to buy just yet. It's got a gap. I don't know if you can see that. I need to fill gaps. So yeah, if you can get above 270, but yeah, just that still looks a bit dangerous unless you love the stock. IPH, so they're 9.1. IP services, intellectual property. So they're right on support here. So just wait for well, if you know it and understand it, then buy it. But I'd wait till it got back up. Manganese. So that doesn't pay a dividend, but this guy does. Manganese miner, Jupiter Mines, 6% div. So he's making money at a low price there. So they've got an interest in a South African manganese mine. Anyway, it's getting itself above resistance here, so keep it on the radar. Lindsay Australia, so the transport, logistics, trucking, servicing Australia's agricultural sector, 7.8. So they just pay 10th of October. They're paying 1.5 cents, which converts to 2.3%, not 7.8. But their history shows it's usually that. So I don't know. Maybe they're saving some money up. But anyway, it looks like it's in the buy zone. You know, to be safe, you'd wait for it to get above 70. Macmillan Shakespeare. So the salary packaging to the government. What else do you want? They've got 3 staff for every 3 support staff for everyone there. It's a joke. Anyway, bounced off support, looked good. New Hope Corporation, so a bit of coal, 8.2%. So yeah, coal. It's geez, I hate. Some coal mine wants to shut down early because it. Yeah, and anyway, I think coal's going to hang around, so it's good time to accumulate. I reckon there'll be capital growth. RFF, so agricultural assets, 6%. So I don't know if you can. That was a good time if you can pick it up down here. Keep your eye on it. It looks like it's just going to consolidate for a while. Okay, Rio, he's just sneaking in. I'll keep him in there because he was 5.5, 6 when I started to learn the div videos. Anyway, 4.8 now. It looks like it's going to rock and roll because same as BHP, Rio. They got copper. They got copper for growth. So iron ore is going to just pay the income, and the copper is going to give them the upgrowth. Spark, so it's Telecom of New Zealand, Telstra of New Zealand, 10.5. Apparently the boss has been doing not bad things, but just financially not managing the thing very well. Anyway, don't buy it yet. Wait for some sort of bottoming action, which probably means getting above 220 first. But it's nice div. Okay, the king of divs, Woodside, 7.2. Right on support. Put a buy out the other week. You got to, yeah. Well, he is the king. Treasury wine estates, 5.6. Not yet. Technically, that's pretty damaged. So stay away. Tower, I think this is a new one, 8%. So they're general insurance business. So they're coming off a low base. So chart looks good. So throw that on your radar. Waypoint, so they're 5.9 from Cynical. Thanks, mate. Service stations, a bit worried about being top of the range though. Anyway, good their distribution, so they don't get franking credits. Sorry. Okay, so now we're on to the ETFs. So there's the king of kings, my ETF MVR, pays nearly 4% div. I just got to put it in there because he's the tank. So there's three more sort of dividend ETFs. There's VHY, sort of mid fours, because as you can see, all those stocks we went through, they should make an ETF of those, but they don't, because they're full of. So you got BHP, CBA, NABs, Telstra, ANZ. So these are all, well, that's 7. These are all paying 4s, you know. So, and there's SYI. So again, probably in the mid 4s. Again, it's loaded up with the banks: Macquarie, Telstra, Woodside, Fortescue, Coles. Okay, so it's a diversifier from MVR. Then WiMAX, so they basically use a covered calls, so top 20 stocks. Probably not a bad, they'd be making decent call option money at the moment, because basically in a sideways market, so they'd be selling their call options, which basically means if the price gets to it, then people can pay a small amount and take the upside. So in a sideways market, they'll be selling call options and collecting the premium because people don't exercise their option. Hope that makes sense. Anyway, it's a nice diversifier, but it pays you nice. It's not a capital growth thing, really. All right, so that's if you've got any others that you're sitting on, paying a nice div over 5, please share. Otherwise, till next time.